So this is one I know is going to save some of you guys a ton of aggravation and cash, right? It's an oddball problem that you come across fairly often when you're dealing with Holley carburetors. So here's what happened. Yesterday, I put together an 850 double pumper out of good known parts, good meter and blocks and whatnot that I had, I have in my stash. And I used this 850 body that I picked up at a swap meet. I mean, it didn't look too abused. The blades are good, the throttle bores are good, so I said, it's fine, we'll work with this. So I put this carburetor together yesterday, stuck it on the car this morning, could not get it to idle. I mean, it was just a mess. So I stopped, I retraced all my steps, and everything was right. So, tried it again. Can't get it to idle, no adjustment, no nothing. And like I said, this is with good known metering blocks. In other words, these are from carburetors. When I take a carburetor out of service, I generally take it all apart, and I'll put like the metering blocks here and the float bowls there, so this way if I need them for other things. So, knowing that the metering blocks were good, it has to be the warped body, throttle body. This, or main body I should say. This is a common problem that goes all the way back to the 1950s with these Holley carburetors. And if you ever notice, when you take a Holley carburetor apart, a new one apart, or one that's never been apart before, they use those gaskets that are like, they're impossible. They're the worst gaskets you'll ever deal with. They're stuck to the main body, they're stuck to the metering block, like they're part of it, right? They use those gaskets for a reason. It's because the warpage of these main bodies has been known since they started building these things. Over time, what will happen is the surfaces obviously all start out flat, but as they go through heating and cooling cycles, they move around a little bit and they'll warp. And those gaskets that they use make sure that this seal stays between the metering block and the main body. So what happens is, you'll take one of these carburetors that runs okay, no problems, and you'll want to freshen it up, go through it, you'll take it apart, and you'll replace those gaskets after you spend like 2 hours scraping them off. You'll replace those gaskets with the blue non-stick ones. Well, what happens is if the face of the main body is warped, it won't seal. So instead of the engine pulling fuel, idle fuel, through the passages, it just pulls air. There's cross-channel contamination, there's all sorts of things that happen. So the way you tell with this is, you see this one here, I started filing, here's the primary side of it, and you can see I started filing it, and all you do is you chuck this thing up in a vise, and take a nice big file, and just run the file across it. Go nice and easy. Now this one, I've actually been filing this for about, I'd say a good 10 minutes or so. And this, I mean, you could see how warped this thing is. So that's what happened. When I put this thing together, it was pulling air, or it wasn't allowing it to pull fuel through the idle mixture circuit. And so that's it. And that's why they use those impossible gaskets, right? I mean, if you've never done one of these things, if you're about to do a Holley, you've never done one, you're not going to believe what it takes to get these things off of there. But that's why they use them. So, yeah, like I said, I know that's going to save somebody a bunch of aggravation. I'll see you tomorrow.